Starting a YouTube channel has completely changed my life for the better. It is an absolute time black hole, but I wouldn't stop doing it for anything in the world. Hello, my name is Edward Roberts. Thank you so much for joining me here today on Edward's Journal. Edward's Journal, that is my YouTube channel name. And I came up with that name because these videos are kind of like little journal entries to me. They're topics that I am interested in that moment and want to talk about. And to level with you, I don't really plan these topics that far in advance. I set aside some time in my week or a day to film these videos, and the ideas just sort of pop into my head, things I want to talk about right there in the moment. I don't really plan a lot, and I gotta be honest too, I don't have a script and I don't use a teleprompter. I even bought a whiteboard just to put some notes on of things I wanted to talk about. I stopped using that altogether too. I just like having these fireside chats, if you will, and that's where again the name Edward's Journal came from. This is just me writing in a diary, talking to you, talking to me. Now, I'm just getting started in the YouTube space, but I can tell you that having a YouTube channel, especially a personal one like this, has completely changed my life for the better. I find that I open up in these videos and talk about things that are very personal or very interesting to me, maybe some life advice or just something I've gone through that I want to get off my chest and maybe tell you about and hopefully help somebody else out there who might be going through a similar situation. I know growing up, I had a pretty tough life, and there was no one else really in my circle going through the things that I was. I would talk to friends or family about hardships and things I was going through growing up in poverty and not having a lot and being bullied and things like that. And nobody else really could relate with me. They'd listen. I had a lot of great listeners in my life, and I thank those people for really being there for me, but I kind of felt alone. And I think that YouTube, these talking head videos, are really nice for people out there who might be going through similar situations, come across videos and channels like mine, and maybe just have me on in the background while you're brushing your teeth in the morning or while you're making yourself some breakfast or lunch. You don't necessarily need to sit and stare at my visage with my little set here. I realize it's not that interesting, but that's not really the point. The point for these videos, at least in my heart of hearts, is the human connection and maybe connecting with somebody who otherwise I would never meet, never know, never have the chance to talk to, but someone that can see this channel, see an interesting video topic that maybe they want to give me a chance and play this video and maybe get something out of it. And I don't know if that's happening. To be honest with you, I'm on this side of the camera. I don't know what anybody's getting out of these videos, but that's what I'm hoping for. And the thought of that hope of that maybe happening to somebody out there fills me with joy. If I could be known as one thing when I pass from this world, as a helpful person, that would be my number one. If you could chisel that on my urn, my tombstone, whatever, that here lies a helpful man, that would be a wonderful legacy to leave behind. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with these videos. I'm trying to reach an audience who maybe, I don't want to sound too big in the head here, but somebody that might need me, somebody that might need to hear what somebody else went through and came out the other side of it okay, even though they're mired in it right now. Or somebody that just sees one of my videos that's maybe on the lighter side and has a laugh. Like the thought of connecting with somebody like that, a complete stranger on some other part of this beautiful planet, it's elating. Like it makes me feel really good to know that somebody's invited me into their kitchen, their living room, a small little square on their iPhone, just to have a little chat, even though that chat is usually quite one-sided. Makes me feel really good. Another amazing thing these videos have given me personally is, well, even getting back to the name of the channel, Edward's Journal. I'm not someone who writes in a diary or a log or a journal, keeps track of my thoughts or dreams, and I'm not somebody that has ever gone to therapy or seen a counselor, anything like that. And I'm not against it. I think that those professionals out there in the world have done amazing things for people who are willing to be vulnerable and sit down with a professional and sort of hash things out. I've always had this ignorant stubborn attitude of, well, what can that person possibly know about my life? Or how could they guide me through this horrible situation I'm in when they don't really know what I'm going through? And I'll find that making these videos, like I have to record the videos and then I sit down and do a quick once over and edit out any long pauses and things like that. But for the most part, they're non-scripted, they're almost completely unedited, but I still have to watch them. And the watching of these videos as I make them for YouTube, for you, for my audience, somebody I hope out there, when I watch them, it makes me feel emotions about the topics that I didn't even know were there. So saying I've never gone to therapy or talked to a therapist or sat down with somebody to vent, these videos have given me that. So I have almost no subscribers. Most of my videos, I'm sure, are watched by myself and immediate family only. But to the odd person out there that might be connecting with them and getting something out of them, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out with me for this brief moment. Thank you for listening to me and getting that off my chest. Sometimes these videos are lighthearted in nature, but a lot of times I find I overshare and maybe I get into some deep topics of conversation about my personal life. And that's very freeing too, to be vulnerable like that on a big space like YouTube, where there's a comment section right down there. Please leave me a comment if you've enjoyed this video or you want to connect with me in some way. But that comment section can also be a very negative place. I can't stop you from writing something negative down there trying to hurt me, or anybody else for that matter. And when I leave comments on YouTube, 99.9% of the time, I'm gauging for a positive, a thumbs up, a pat on the back, a hey, great job, those kinds of things on videos I enjoyed. It sort of gets back to that old Disney movie of, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But when you open yourself up like this on YouTube, I think you are opening that door to let in the positive and let in the negative. That's been very freeing too. I don't really care what anybody else thinks of me, and some friends and family I told that I was going to make this YouTube channel and kind of what it was going to be all about. A few of them warned me not to, and they said exactly what I just related, that, you don't know what's out there, you're opening yourself up maybe a bit too much to that negative force, and I gotta be honest, I don't care. And that's so freeing and amazing, and that's something that this YouTube channel has given me. So I'm small, I'm sure nobody really pays attention to me right now, but I'm just getting off the ground. I'm just getting started, and I've already gotten so much out of this experience. I use DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos. That is free software that's online. I taught myself how to use DaVinci Resolve, and I've taught myself more fancier tricks than I use in this video. I realize it's low production, but at the same time, I don't want it to be overfiltered and overproduced. I want these videos to feel like you're sitting right there with me, as cheesy or corny as that might sound. And I just feel a really over-edited, overproduced process, as nice that might be for visual entertainment, I just feel it's less personal. I feel like the videos, at least that I watch, that are super overproduced like that, I feel a longer bridge of disconnect between me and that person. And those are my favorite videos, these talking head videos of someone just sitting down and telling you what's on their mind. And the video topics are there, the thumbnails are there. I'll engage with a video based on that initial bit of interest. But the channels I subscribe to and the people that I keep up with, I guess I'm just trying to emulate them in the sense that I feel a connection to them. And I hope you feel a connection to me. So I am just at the very, very, very beginning of this YouTube journey, and I just wanted to let you know that it's been going amazing. And anybody out there thinking about starting a YouTube channel, if your end game is, hundreds of thousands of views and subscribers and things, I don't want to say that's greedy or selfish or short-sighted. That's a long-term goal, and if that's where you're wanting to grow your channel to, I would love if this channel could get that big. But honestly, just in the very beginning, getting started, it's been such a positive experience, just even for myself, selfishly, just on what it's made me feel, what it's made me realize, and the things I've been able to discuss in a journal format with somebody just sitting across from me. It's felt amazing. So thank you so much for being a part of that journey. This has been Edward's Journal. My name is Edward Roberts. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you haven't done so already, I would love if you left me a comment down below. Positive or negative, that's your choice. And if you want to maybe stay connected, consider subscribing to the channel. It's the best way to help a teeny tiny channel get to maybe blossom into something bigger and maybe allow me to reach a bigger audience, which is really what I'm here for. Until next time, know that you are very appreciated. Take care.